Want to be able to two-shot an enemy down in Warzone or just double tap them? Well, today I'm going to tell you guys what you're going to need to do to get that done. This is LaserBolt and welcome to today's video, guys. Today we're taking a look at the loadout for the SKS, the brand new weapon in Warzone and in Call of Duty, and boy does this weapon wreck. One of the biggest things about this weapon is being able to control its recoil. I'm going to explain all of that once we take a look at the loadout. I'm also going to explain how effective this weapon is and why you should run the loadout that I'm going to suggest. But before we get started, I do have a question for you guys. What weapon that is not currently right now in Battle Royale would you like to see added? Please let me know in the comment section down below. As a friendly reminder, I do want to remind you guys, we stream daily on Twitch. If you guys haven't stopped by and checked this out, highly recommend it. The link is down below. If you want to get yourself a win or you just want to chill and relax in a really cool, fun environment, definitely do check us out. Or you want to learn some pro tips, stop by and hang out. And I will see you guys all over there on Twitch. Once again, the link is down below. So like I said, guys, this weapon is extremely amazing. Not only is it amazing because it actually gives you a different weapon to use except from the EBR, but it also gives you another way of actually playing the game. It is a two-tap. Basically, you just got to hit people twice and you will automatically bring them down to their knees. Now, knowing what loadout to put in this particular weapon is super important, and knowing how to control the recoil, once again, is extremely important. So without further ado, let's jump into the loadout. Alright, so let's dive into the loadout. So what we're going to be doing here, guys, is we're going to go to the Gunsmith and we're going to select a different rifle. We have the EBR, but right now we're going to go with the SKS. Now, one thing I want to let you guys know about the SKS is that fact that you're going to, for it to be fully maxed out and for you to be able to actually, get the best optimal setup for this, you're going to need to get the weapon to level 47. Now, for those of you wondering, how do you get the SKS? You're going to have to complete the battle pass all the way to level 31. Once you get to level 31 in the battle pass, let me show you guys real quick. Once you get to level 31 in the battle pass, you'll be able to get it unlocked. So let me go ahead and show you guys the battle pass real quick before I show you anything so you guys can. So once we get to level 31 here, right here in level 31, you're going to be able to get the SKS base weapon. So that's how you get it. Now, let's go back into the loadout. So we're going to go to the Gunsmith, and like I said, you're going to need to have this weapon to level 47. Now, this is going to be a complete loadout. I'm also going to tell you what secondary to use, what perks to use, due to the fact that this weapon is only primarily viable at long range and mid range. It's not very effective at close range. So you're going to need some sort of weapon to actually, make this work. So let's get started here. Muscle Monolithic Suppressor. I believe you unlock this at level 45. Then for the barrel, guys, we're going to, actually, let me tell you what this does. It's just going to allow you to stay off the radar. But one thing we like picking about here is the boost to damage on range. So it's going to give the weapon a little bit more flexibility on being able to fight enemies at longer range. Like I said, this is a mid-range to long-range weapon. For the barrel, guys, we're going to go to the 22 FSS M5966. This is going to give us a little bit more accuracy. It's going to give us more range. And, of course, one of the main components here of this weapon that we really want to get, of course, is control. Another thing that we get really helpful here for this particular weapon is bullet velocity. Bullet velocity is so important in this game, especially in Warzone. You want to make sure that when you aim at an enemy, that bullet is going to direct hit. You don't want to make sure you kind of compensate, or you want to kind of pinpoint your target. This is actually wherever you aim, your bullet's going to directly hit. That's where we want to pick up that bullet velocity. Now, you could put a laser on this if you don't want to. You run an optic or a stock. Of course, there's only one laser. Is going to give you a little bit of aim down sight speed, aim stability, and aim walking speed. I would recommend it. If you guys don't like the stock, it's definitely a good option. I personally don't like to run one just because it feels like it gives away my position when I'm playing Warzone. Even though it gives me some really good stats, I still prefer not to use one, but I'm going to leave that to your discrepancy. Replace the stock with the laser if you guys don't choose so. Now, for this right here, you're going to want to get the Chrono C480 Pro Optics. This is going to give you a little bit more range. It's going to give you, a little bit more zoom and a little bit more accuracy. Now, as far as optics are concerned, guys, I like to use the Merc Thermal Optics. I don't have it unlocked in my current weapon as of right now because I have to unlock this in 49. On my friend's weapon that he has it unlocked, this is the one that I prefer because it gives you really good accuracy, really good fire range. But almost any other sort of, scope works really well. I'm going to tell you the ones that I've tried out that work really good. The Monolith Reflex works really good. The Viper one works really good. The GI Mini Reflex is really good. This one I'm going to give you guys a personal preference. Basically what you want to look here is you want to look for something that gives you good accuracy and good range and doesn't take away too much control, because one of the biggest points with this weapon is the control speed and the being able to control the recoil pattern. So anyone that gives you good accuracy, good range, and doesn't take away too much control, you're definitely going to want to pick. But the best one that I found personally is the Merc Thermal. Even though the 53 one, which is the thermal with the two variants, it's actually pretty good. But I think, me personally, I like the Merc Thermal Optic here. But overall, in general, guys, you could go with any one that you guys wish. Right now, we're going to put the GI here. As a stock, we're going to go with the SKS rifle stock. This is actually the best one to use. This one's okay, and this one's not really that good. So I definitely want to recommend this one. It's going to give you more mobility, but with this particular weapon, you're mostly going to be focusing on range and mid-range. Underbarrel, guys, best one is the range foregrip. This is going to give us a little bit more recoil control, which is really important, especially for this weapon. Aim stability, and it's going to allow us to kind of control the the sway of this particular weapon. And that's pretty much it. All the attachments you want to put for this particular weapon. Like I said, if you don't mind having a laser, replace the stock with the laser, and you guys should be good to go. And that is what you want to have. Now, as far as your secondary weapon, you can run the MP5 if you want to know what's the best MP5 close class setup. I have a link in my video on my channel where you guys can check out. I'll leave it a link down below. But what I do like to run on here is I like to run the MP7, and the reason I like to run the MP7 is because I like to compensate for what I'm going to be lacking when I run the SKS, which is going to be close range, right? So we're going to go with the monolithic suppressor. That's my favorite one right there. And we're also going to go with anything that gives us fast aim down sight speed, which is going to be the FSS SWAT. Now, there are some really good ones right here, which is the Recon and the Strike. Now, these two are pretty good when it comes for long range engagements. So you could either go with the SWAT or the Recon. That's the ones I would recommend. But over here in general, guys, we are going to go and apply a optic in here. We don't need an optic because we're going to be using this at close range. So we are going to be putting a laser, which is going to give us aim down sight speed, which is the TAC laser. We're going to remove the stock, so no stock is going to once again increase, as you guys see right there, our aim down speed. It's giving us really fast mobility. And for our underbarrel, guys, we're going to go with the Ranger foregrip. This is going to give us really good stability, and it's going to give us a little boost on range, mobility, and overall in general. So this weapon, guys, is going to be primarily focused on you being able to down enemies really fast. And the reason why we went with these particular attachments is because that's going to allow us to bring the weapon out fairly fast when we swap our weapons. Now, as far as perks are concerned, cold-blooded, definitely a must. I always like running cold-blooded. I just feel it's really important to be off the people's scopes. Perk, we're going to be running Overkill. Ghost right now is bugged, so there's no point in running Ghost. And for our third perk, we're going to run Tune-Up so we could fast revive our teammates really fast. You could go with a Shrapnel, which is going to let you equip an extra projectile, which is pretty important, or you could go with Tracker, but I like Tune-Up. Tune-Up is a very good one to have. As far as our weapons, I like to run Semtex. The reason why I like to run Semtex is because it's the only grenade that allows you to actually kill people with the riot shields. There is like a riot shield meta going on right now, so if someone doesn't get close with the riot shield, stick them with the Semtex, and boom, bada bing, they're dead. And of course, our tactical here is going to be the heartbeat sensor. This is once again super duper important, especially now that Ghost is bugged. This is going to be your best friend when it comes to playing this loadout. And that's pretty much the complete loadout for the SKS. And I do have a extremely dirty loadout. I would say a little bit better than this one, which I'm still leveling up the gun and to put that together. So if you guys want to, make sure you guys check out that video. I will have that up later on throughout the weekend. So make sure you guys stay tuned to the channel. And there you guys have it. That is the best loadout to use for the SKS. Let me know in the comment section down below if there's anything you guys would change or add in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching. I will catch you guys on the next video.
Cop, stand up. Someone watch the stairs.
Knocked one. I killed him.